Hi, welcome back. My name is Kiana. Welcome back to another one of my videos. I want to thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Today we're going to talk about the books that I want to get to in 2024. There's a couple of categories of books that I want to get to in 2024. The first one I want to do a reread of the Babysitter's Club series. These are the ones that I have on hand with me. I do collect these when I go to like thrift stores. I like to buy the original Babysitter's Club books. I have read these. Number 1. What is this? Number 2? No, wait. Yeah. 1, 2, and 27. I have read these when I was younger. These two, this one is a super special. And this is the little sister. This one follows Christy's little sister, Karen. So I haven't read these two, but I want to read these and see if they hold up back to like my memories and how much I loved them as a child. So that's one of the things I want to do, reread Babysitter's Club series. Then another thing I want to do is I want to read books by activists, whether they are social activists, racial activists, things like that. And I want to, just explore what their thoughts are. The first one I want to read is Revolutionary Suicide by Huey Newton. He started the Black Panther Party. He started a breakfast program for children. You guys know who Huey Newton is. I'm going to read this one. It's been on my shelf for a while. I'll get to that one. Then I want to read this one. I've already read before, but I want to do a reread of Assata Shakur. She is now, she started the Black Liberation Army, or was part of that. She was involved, I believe it was a police shooting, and now she's on political asylum in Cuba. So read that again. Then I want to read All About Love by Bell Hooks. She did a lot of writing about the intersectionality between race and class, and a lot of people are reading this one right now, and I just want to get into it. Yeah. Okay. Then another one that I want to get to, and this man was very controversial in his time, Marcus Garvey. I think these are some of his speeches, but he very strongly advocated for us to go, well, as African Americans, to go back to Africa and have our own, our own stuff, our own, and not be, he just believed in racial separation. So, we're gonna see what he was talking about, So, like I said, controversial. Another one I want to get to. Now, I won this book, in a raffle, a Goodreads raffle, some art about Shirley Chisholm. She was the first Black congresswoman, and she was also the first Black person she ran for president in 1972. So I want to read about her, and this is the art that I won. So yay! We're gonna get to that one. Another book that I want to get to on the political side of things is Lead from the Outside. This is written by Stacey Abrams. She's a voting rights activist, and she was in Georgia House of Representatives. She also wrote some fiction books, and I have the first one. I read the first one that she wrote, but I wanna read about her from like her political side. Okay, and then another one that I want to get to. This guy's also been getting a lot of controversy. Ibram X. Kendi Jason Reynolds. This is stamped. I also have stamped from the beginning, and I think this is a shorter version of this book. So he's anti-racist, an activist, and for some reason there are people who don't like the fact that he's anti-racist. Imagine that. The next book that I want to read is by Dick Gregory, so obviously I'm not going to say what the name of this book is for obvious reasons, but he was a comedian, an actor, a social critic. He protested the Vietnam War. He was feminist. He was anti-apartheid. I started reading this a long time ago, but I didn't finish it. I think this is like his biography. Oh, autobiography. So yeah, I'm getting into that, see what Mr. Dick Gregory was talking about. These two are honorable mentions. Joan Morgan, When Chicken Heads Come Home to Roost. This is sort of in the same lines as what is it? What is that book called? Bad Fat Black Girl. She was a writer. She was a writer for a magazine back in the day called Vibe magazine. And she coined the term hip-hop feminist. So this has to do, I believe, with a lot of things in the hip-hop community and feminism and the intersectionality of those things. I read this a long time ago, but I don't really remember it, so I'm gonna reread it because I want to refresh my memory. And another honorable mention, The Good Neighbor, The Life of Fred Rogers. We all know who Mr. Rogers was, but I think I wouldn't necessarily call him an activist, but I believe it's along the same lines of like political social activism. So that's another one of the books that I want to get to. I'm also going to be doing the book, the boot camp readathon with Courtney from Tangible Reads, and she has some other people that are helping her out with that. I'm going to do a separate video about that, but those are some of the books that I plan to read this year. If you have any other ideas on activists that I can read about, social activists that I can read about, you can just put them in my comments below. But thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.